Welcome to SV Union High School and Junior College. My dear students, you will be excited to know that our next poem name is In Time of Silver Rain. It is an inspirational poem written by the famous American writer Langston Hughes. In this poem, we should learn that whatever difficulties or barriers comes in our life, we should face it and move forward. So let's see in this poem what he wants to convey the message about the rain that brings beauty and happiness all around. Let's have a small and a brief introduction about the poet. Langston Hughes was born on 1st Feb 1901 in US. Unfortunately, he expired on May 22, 1967 at the age of 66 at New York. He was the famous American poet, social activist, playwright and columnist. Now students, do you know what is the meaning of activist? Activist means a person who campaigns to bring about political or social change. Langston Hughes was an American writer and activist who won many awards and honors for his work. He started a new style of writing poetry in which rhythm and spontaneous expression are important. In this poem, he describes how rain brings joy and life. So students, get ready for the poem In Time of Silver Rain. First, we will read the poem, then every stanza by stanza I will be explaining it to you. Let's start. In time of silver rain, the earth puts forth new life again. Green grasses grow and flowers lift their heads, and over all the plain the wonder spreads of life, of life, of life. In time of silver rain, the butterflies lift silken wings to catch a rainbow cry, and trees put forth new leaves to sing in joy beneath the sky, as down the roadway passing boys and girls go singing too. In time of silver rain, when spring and life are new. This poem was written by the famous American writer and activist Langston Hughes. I request all the students to read the poem silently. I hope everyone must have completed reading the poem silently. Now students, when spring arrives, life is renewed. It means that it gives rebirth to all the living things. We learn that spring has given new life on the earth and also how new grass, flowers, birds and beauty is all around. The poet says that the earth puts forth means forward, new life again, and all that are new growth, that is the trees, the grass, the birds, seems to be happy in their life. So there is happiness. The poet has written thrice of life, of life, of life. Even people are impacted by nature's rebirth. Passing boys and girls were singing too. Everyone is happier and filled with joy. Now let's start with the first stanza. Let's see what the poet wants to say. In time of silver rain, the earth puts forth new life again. Green grasses grow and flowers lift their heads, and over all the plain the wonder spreads of life, of life, of life. The poet begins the poem with the title itself and describes the rain as silver rain. Why is the poet calling the rain as silver rain? Perhaps because he remembers the proverb, every cloud has a silver lining. Or perhaps the raindrops shines, they look silver in the color. The poet says that when it starts raining, the earth has new life again. In India, it rains after the harsh summer season. So when it rains, the earth is smiling and is full of life. There is new life in the form of green grass growing. The poet has given more importance the flowers by saying that they lift their heads. It means that the new flowers bloom everywhere. He further says that it is a wonderful, beautiful sight as far as our eyes can see, as if the rain has pondered the magical wonder on the earth all around. The poet repeats the words of life, of life, of life, emphasizing the earth is full of life, that is everything and everyone is happy and smiling. Now students, let's start with the second stanza. In the second stanza, the poet says, in time of silver rain, the butterflies lift silken wings to catch a rainbow cry, and trees put forth new leaves to sing. In joy beneath the sky, as down the roadway, passing boys and girls go singing too. In time of silver rain, when spring and life are new. So here the poet wants to express his feelings by saying that in this stanza also the poet continues that when it rains, the butterfly lift their silken wings, or the butterfly fly about with their silken wings, that is their beautiful and shiny wings to catch the rainbow, whereas the rainbow symbolizes happiness, so that the poet meant to say that the rainbow spreads happiness while the butterfly flutters about. He further says that the trees have new leaves, they are singing joyfully, and under the beautiful sky, the poet describes that it is not only the earth, the trees, the leaves, the flowers, and that is the beauty of the nature. The nature is happily smiling and full of life, but also the boys and the girls passing down the road are singing with joy and happiness. That is the nature, and mankind is happy. He reminds again in time of silver rain, the spring season has come, and with it everything is new, including life itself. We could also interpret that the spring will bring new opportunities, new hopes, and new life, and forget about worries which happened in our past, and enjoy the rain today that is welcome your happiness. Now students, we are going to study stanza wise what the poem wants to say. In the first stanza, when the rain season occurs, it brings new life to the earth, that is everything starts blossoming. The rain is called silver because it is shining, or we can say it is transparent. In the second stanza, the poet explains the sense of wonder when we feel at the sight of grasses and flowers in the springtime. The flowers which gets dry and pale gets their shiny colors back. The different colors of native light up the land, leaving us in wonder of the beauty of life. The entire stanza is repeated thrice of life, of life, of life. According to the poet, he says that to feel a sense of wonder which is coming back to our life. In the third stanza, the poet conveys that how butterflies are fluttering in the hope of seeing a rainbow, new leaves growing on trees because they feel very happy after the arrival of the spring. It tells that how the butterflies spread their wings and began to fly. It looks as if they have caught the bright color of the rainbow on their delicate and soft wings, because we all know that rainbow have 7 colors. New leaves grow on trees because of autumn. All the old leaves dried up and now new leaves growing up. It seems that all the new leaves are singing and they all are very, very, very happy. In the last stanza, the poet provides all the conclusion in this. He says that rain has its impact not only on plants, animals and people. The poet says that the young boys and girls also are happy, singing, enjoying the rain. The arrival of the spring is a sign of rebirth and beginning of fresh life and restart with new hopes and aspiration. Life is going to be with hurdles, but we have to be happy and have a new hope every time. I hope so, students. You must have understood and enjoyed the poem like how you enjoy the rain. Now all the students, you are requested to please copy down all the meanings with the question answers available on the screen. Thank you. Students are requested to first copy down the poem, then the meanings, followed by the question answers, rhyming words, figures of speech with grammar.